Hello, comrades, and a very big welcome to you, and I hope you're having a fantastic day today. And today we are playing What's Next, Aleksey? I think that's what it's called. Pretty sure that's what it's called. I could be wrong, I'm an idiot. This is a game that I haven't worked out yet, but it's got some interesting things. So we're just going to call ourselves Bob. So essentially, this is a game that is set in the Cold War. Bob, address is a street. The date is whatever. Education, none. Oh, you're a professional. Yeah. So essentially, we are hired by KGB, FSB, Stasi, whatever it was, in back in the day. It doesn't exactly tell you a country, but we got a letter. From the Department of Cryptology, Internal Security Agency, OKO. If that was a real one, let me know. Operative Leminsky, you have been selected for employment in the Department of Cryptology. Effective immediately, report to room 214 for orientation and equipment assignments. To whom it may concern, following our conversation on the matter of the upcoming conference, I wish to express my full support for the proposed agenda. The topics outlined are of great relevance, and I look forward to proceedings. Respectfully, MW. I bet you this one's going to be upside down as well. Comrade, the report you submitted last month has been reviewed by the committee. Minor corrections are required before it can be forwarded to the office. Please visit our office at the earliest convenience and discuss the amendments. And this is this us? Apparently it's our power bill. The big buff guy. So it wants us to take a photo out. And proceed to your workstation when ready. Is that a real city? That voice reminds me so much of Graveyard Keeper. I should play that again. I haven't played that in so long. So we got a training test. We got a cassette, I remember those, and a training exercise in which we have to work out this keyword. So it wants us to open the archive and grab our decryption device. Which we have to turn on and select, and essentially go up and down until something makes sense. So that makes sense, and then if we think it's right, we press decipher. Now we need the cassette recorder, cassette player. Oh, I need to turn that on.
Welcome to your new role, comrade. This is a training recording for the cryptology analyst position. Follow supplied instructions precisely. Your performance will be evaluated.
So that is essentially our tutorial. I didn't want to click on that. I wanted to click on the door. So that is all the tutorial you get. It isn't much. I think it needs to be a bit better because it doesn't really explain much. I think that's my biggest issue with the game. Is it gives you a 30-second tutorial on what to do, and then it's just like, have fun. Of course, that could also be one of the good things about the game is it doesn't hold your hand and you have to work things out. But at the same time, I'm not the smartest of people. So now it's the next day. So in this evidence bag, we have the wiretap recording, the academic documents, and this was located in apartment A, BORSUK. Okay, so the persons of interest. So these are all the peoples of interest. This one must be Epstein. So it wants us now to open the informant registry. Which is this one. And this is where we put everything in. So there's a wife, 2 children, in the 12th Mechanized Division. Medical training. So we don't have a picture of him, although I think it might be him. Okay. Okay, so Wednesday, Boba picks up supplies from the usual drop. Thursday, Wilk surveys the forest routes. Friday, Jalen handles the external contact. Saturday, general meeting at SARNA's place. Boba and Wilk to confirm by Thursday. Okay, so he's 55. Anything stand out in this one? Engineer at the State Radio Factory. Nothing really in any of these. Well, that's a nurse. Gotta remember that. Nothing really in there. Oh. Ah. That might be interesting. Okay, so we need the tape deck.
Greeting. Come in, please. Thank you. It's really cold out there tonight. I got something. A tape recorder. I hope you don't mind. It's important that we document these conversations properly, you know, for the archive. The archive? Yes, we're collecting testimonies, evidence, things that should be remembered. You mentioned once that you worked at the University of Lutomir back in 1951. I did. I was very young back then, about 18. Please tell me what you remember. There was a scholar, a mathematician. His name was Tsarkovsky, Cyprian Tsarkovsky. He was supposed to defend his doctoral thesis that spring. So, what happened? The defense was cancelled. I processed the paperwork myself. There was an internal memo saying there were concerns from authorities. I didn't really understand what that meant at the time. I was just a clerk. But you filed the documents. Oh yeah, I filed everything. The blacklisting order came out a week later and I watched him pack up his office. He looked defeated. A promising career ended just like that. And I never knew why. And did you ever speak to him? Once on his last day. He couldn't find some personal notes and I found them for him in a misfiled folder. He thanked me and we shared a cigarette in the courtyard. He said he would be fine, but there was always teaching work somewhere. I wished him well. I never saw him again. You have a great memory, you know. Some things really stay with you. You work at Varadin Polytechnic now. You've been there for years. Tell me about the patterns you've observed in rejection letters, in expulsions. Patterns? You know, the phrases they use, the reasons they give. Ah, yeah. Inappropriate social background. That's the most common one. It means your parents were the wrong sort of people. Landowners, merchants, clergy. Of concern to public safety means you said something wrong or someone said you did. Insufficient social maturity means you didn't join the right organizations or attended the right meetings. And how many rejections have you processed with those phrases? Over the years, hundreds, maybe 200, 250, I stopped counting. Yet you filed them all. Yeah, I file everything. That's my job. BORSUK will want to hear this testimony, your perspective from inside the system. It's valuable. And who is BORSUK? Someone who understands these things. You'll meet him eventually, perhaps. Thank you. I should go now. Same time next week?
Yes, same time.
Oh, there is definitely something going on. So, with that, we've got a younger woman, which is probably going to be Jelen. Okay. Mathematician, his name was Chilatsky. He was supposed to defend his documents. The defense was cancelled. Okay, so the problem is today we really don't have much to go on. But we do have to work out all these people. Okay, so teaching license of A. Cantor has been how many K's out of this? KRUK. It wouldn't be that simple. Okay, so as I said, right now we're sort of limited to what we got in here. We need more information. So let's clear our desk. Hang up the phone. And knock off for the day. Each day there's like a little vinaigrette that shows you something going on. Oh, he appeared out of nowhere. I bet he's one of them. Actually, I think he's the one we got the picture of. He just made a signal. I seen that. Okay, so if we click him, and that is him. And that looks like math. But we do now have a responsibilities list. They're talking about needing something secure. BORSUK suggests a simple letter shift message. And we got a antique. Someone was buying hunting knife, porcelain figure, and that. The two foresters you mentioned came by last night. Interesting fellows who breed those terriers you asked about. They were denied some permit years ago and now work around the system. Resourceful types who might be useful for transport if things develop further. They know the forest paths better than anyone in the region. Alright, well let us get our handy dandy decryption tool. Turn it on. And let's see if anything stands out. Oh! Meeting location change. Use the cottage near the old mill instead. Bring the recruitment list. Oh. Alright, so we at least got that. Alright. Now we got another tape deck.
You're right on time. Come in.
I brought some tea this time from my own supply.
That's kind of you.
So, did you visit the apartment?
Yes, yesterday evening. I found the folder on the desk, as you said.
Good. Thank you. This is really helpful. I'd like to continue documenting your testimony. You mentioned last time that you processed rejections, but there was also something else you witnessed in 1967, a research project that was seized.
The wireless project, yes. I remember it clearly.
So could you tell me more about it?
There were two students, Kret and Ptak. Stefan Kret and Karol Ptak. They were brilliant. Everyone said so. Working class backgrounds, both of them with thick recommendation files. I processed their admissions in 1962.
Who sponsored them?
A man named Tsarkovsky, the same one from Lutomir, actually. He was working as a lab assistant by then, and I noticed the name. I remembered him.
Go on.
They developed some kind of wireless communication system. I don't understand the technical details, but in 1962, Internal Security requestioned it. Military application, they said. I typed the transfer orders myself.
Did the students object?
They filed written protests, and I put them in the file, but nothing really came of it, of course. Their academic careers stalled after that. They stayed at the Polytechnic, but they weren't the same. Something really broke in them, I think.
You have a remarkable memory for names.
Names and dates, that's what I do.
I want to propose something. The group needs someone reliable to move materials between locations here in the city. Courier work. Someone respectable, familiar to locals. You've already proven yourself with the folder.
I don't know. That sounds more dangerous.
Oh, it's simple work, really. You visit an apartment, pick up documents, bring them to another location. Nothing that would really attract too much attention. Just a woman visiting her friends.
All right. I'll do it.
Good. There's another apartment I need you to know about. Different from the first one. This one belongs to someone older, more traditional. Please be respectful of his things. As for his name, well, we use pseudonyms. He is Yelling, and he stores historical documents. The first apartment belongs to BORSUK. He handles technical materials.
Yelling and Borsuk.
Yes. Here's the second address. I have something else for you. 2 envelopes, sealed. Deliver these to the first apartment next week and leave them in the desk drawer.
What's in them?
Communications. Nothing you need to worry about. Just make sure they arrive safely.
Oh, I understand.
Same time next week then, and thank you. Your testimony about Kret and Ptak, it matters. These things should be recorded.
I just tell you what I remembered.
And that's enough.
Okay, well that sounds like espionage to me. But it did help us with Jelen loving antiques. So this must be his, I think. Possibly. In which, do any of these... any of these... Well, that's communication, so that could be a Babylog or whatever it is. He does cryptology. There really isn't anything in here. That was a landholder. Alright, well, I think we're still boned. Because there really isn't anything in there that I can see. But as I said, I'm stupid. But, this is where we're going to leave this one. We're going to come back with day 3 on the next episode, and I hope you're having a great visit. If you have, hit that like button, that subscribe button. I'm going to leave the demo down in the bottom. Maybe you can work it out faster than I can, because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to work it out, and I hope you have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.